And we're back. Part 3. Deep Thoughts with Danielle. Look at that. It's pretty simple. All I do is push button 1, push it again, and make sure that you only have 3 minutes each to watch this. But I wanted to make sure that, hey, maybe you're going to recognize something, or maybe you don't want to listen to mine. You just already know that you're telling yourself that you're no good because you're a failure because you woke up late. Because maybe you didn't do everything this morning that you expected to do. And you needed somebody to help you recognize that. So maybe you skipped to part 2 and didn't get to part 1, or maybe you watched the action portion and you don't need to recognize, because quite honestly you could watch anything. So on this episode we've been talking a little bit about waking up late and the failure that happens and how we can allow that spiral to ruin our whole day. And so this morning when I woke up late, on my way to work, I recognized, hey, this isn't me. This isn't, the old me would have been spiraling. The new me's not going to do that. So then I was like, well, why? What happened? And I realized that initially I had acknowledged Shadow. I said, Shadow, hi, how are you today? Right? And she was loud. She's screaming at me. Ash is yelling inside. Right? Trying to protect me. Get out. Let's go. Go faster, right? She's being the boot camp version of my RDC. I'll skip names so that I won't call anybody out today. But and then the other part of me is like, oh, okay. So then now let's talk about how did I get there? What action did I take? I acknowledged that I was late. I acknowledged there was nothing else I could do about it. And I acknowledged that maybe it wasn't the right time for me to wake up this morning because I had such a terrible couple days. And normally I'd beat myself up all day long. But what did I do? I got to the John Maxwell conference. I came in the door. I walked in. I was ushered to a table because the event was still going on. I got in there and I kind of sat up straight, chin up a little bit, chest out a little bit, and I was like, okay, here we are. And I'm listening to John Maxwell talk about leadership, and he's talking about God, he's talking about Christianity, and I'm resonating with this. And then he gave an opportunity to renew faith, and I was like, heck yeah, I want to do that. Everybody's got their eyes closed. Raise your hands if you want to, renew your faith. Of course, I want to renew my faith. Any chance I get, I want to do that. And I don't, anybody, you don't have to be Christian or anything to follow me, but that's just where we're at. That's what I'm doing. So I get up to the front of the stage, and there's a whole bunch of us up there, and John has us, renew our faith, and he's got his own little way of doing it, his own little prayer, and it's fantastic. And I'm feeling a lot better about myself right now. And then I get a Bible, and I was like, whoa, I get the John Maxwell Bible. I was going to buy this Bible. I don't have to now. So I got that absolutely free. What an amazing feeling. So I was absolutely ecstatic for that. And then the day kept going and progressing, and because I didn't already have myself down in the dump, I didn't necessarily allow everything to affect me, even though my energy was a little low until I came out here to talk to all you. But at the same time, like I went into a lunch thing today, and I obviously wasn't born this way. I wasn't born a woman, or maybe I was. I just didn't get to show myself until I'm nearly 40, and those things still kind of hurt, right? I got this beautiful voice. It's not the normal voice, very commanding, right? I got this wonderful face and this great body, and I'm in the e-speaker. I want to go learn more. I go down to this e-speaker event table, and boom, somebody punches me in the gut. Not literally, but like just with their words, just with their treatment, just with how they are. And I'm like, wow, I wouldn't have recognized that had I been beating myself up. So am I going to let this bother me too? No, I'm not. I'm going to move on. This one got a little long, but I want you to know that that's the power of do it anyway. That's the power of what we're doing with this movement, with moving forward instead of backwards, stepping forward, because chin up, chest out, always forward, everything forward. Sometimes the only way over is through, right? And you get to tell everybody, watch me or join me. Because here's the thing, is I'm gonna exist, whether you like it or not. So say all your slander, say all your bad things, do what you're gonna do. I'm gonna give you my grace, I'm gonna give you my love. And if you don't return that, I'm gonna slowly back away, and that's okay. Because e-speakers didn't get my business today. They were about to, but they're not anymore, right? So, okay, right? Find the next thing. Find the next place, find the next purpose, find what it is, but then focus on it until it's done, and do it. This video got really long today, you folks. I'm really sorry about that, but hey, Deep Thoughts with Danielle, that's what we do. We think deeply, we find places, we come together, we go through something, we recognize it, and then we take action. So in the comments, I want you to tell me, how did you take action today on your thing, your one thing that could have taken you out of the game. Until next time.